process of delving into the black abyss is to me the keenest form of fascination. H.P. Lovecraft. Why shall I die in 7 days' time? I killed a man out of mercy, but of justice, being its opposite, has none. Dr. Martin Vollinger, you stand charged with murder of your employer and superior at the Sanctum Asylum, Dr. Abraham Allerton. How do you plead? I hadn't flinched as I pumped 6 bullets into my victim's skull. Thus I didn't flinch from 3 words I now had to say. Guilty, Your Honor. No panel, just a judge. I didn't need a trial by jury to prove what I'd done. The gory evidence in my confession were enough to convict. Do you wish to speak before I pass sentence? He asked, voice like iron. In principle, I understood the point of allocution. No one wants to die. Even I, laden with the weight of my grave deed, didn't long for a rope around my neck. On the other hand, if I begged on my own behalf, throwing myself upon the court's mercy, I'd be a coward. Had Jesus Christ, whom I'd forsaken, shrunk from his cross, he'd shed his blood to save us all. But I'd shed mine to protect one person. As I said before, I killed Dr. Allerton because I hated him. Do you know what 20 years of slights, insults, plotting, and undermine can do to the mind? As a psychiatrist, I'm a man of reason. I did not lose my mind when I pumped my boss's brain full of lead. I did so in perfect calm. I'm guilty as charged, not because I've gone insane, but because my faculties are all too intact. Allerton's contempt may have broken my psyche, but my hatred increases in turn. It's as old as simple as Cain and Abel, Your Honor. I slew my greatest rival. Am I sorry? No. Do I wish I could turn back the clock? Also no. Do as you will with me. The silence in the courtroom is like that of the grave, though not eternal. How could I have explained? In the normal world there was no such thing as the Allerton device, no such creatures as Lunar, and no fortune-tellers who were always right. There was no such phenomenon as mental reversal. Above all, there was no such Egyptian pharaoh as Nefertari, and his god was non-existent. In the normal world, I was a murderer, willing to pay a murderer's price. Very well, answered His Honor. Your motive can be understood, if not condoned. I wish I could be merciful and sentence you to life imprisonment with hard labor. That would allow you to redeem what existence you have left, and to wash away your sins, away in blood, sweat, and tears. However, your brutality was senseless. 6 shots into the brain, Doctor? Once or twice would have sufficed. I mean, really? Are we really arguing semantics over this? Are we really arguing semantics? For fuck's sakes! First off, I'm pretty sure after the first fucking bullet, the person was already dead. It could have 100 more bullets, the person wouldn't have felt a fucking thing. Also, you know what? While we're at it, I'm gonna recommend some webcomics to everyone. Nuclear Power web. It's called 8-Bit Theater. It's nuclear with a K. Hey, if you want to search on YouTube, nuclear. I'll put a link in the description. Okay? I'll put a link in the description. I'll even comment on this video, putting a link in the comment. Called 8-Bit Theater Dungeons & Dragons. It's hilarious. I have other suggestions if you want to hear them. Just, if you do, let me know in the comments. Though they're all comedy suggestions. Like, this is predominantly a comedy channel. But sometimes I do other things, like sing terrible karaoke. Or, read scary stories. Though I imagine after today, I probably won't do too much of the singing, the karaoke, or the reading for a while, just because I just don't really feel like it anymore for the moment. Don't worry, I'll probably eventually read more creepypasta stories, and And I'll probably eventually do some more terrible karaoke singing. But like I said, predominantly it's a Let's Play channel. I focus on comedy. But I do like trying to do other things too. But I'll eventually come back for more creepypastas. I still got a few more planned that I want to do today. Granted, they're random choices, but basically I have ideas of thumbnails I want to use for things that have popped in my head. I'm like, I want to use that because that represents how I feel. But yeah, granted, I can't really blame my not getting very good sleep on the creepypasta reading, though I'm sure that's not been helping. Honestly, it's probably more so just been the time I've been spent doing it too. But yeah, the nature of the stories probably doesn't help me get a good sleep. What do you call a story that's actually meant to help relax you before bed? Do you just call that ASMR? I don't know. I'll take a sip of soda. And I know what you guys are thinking. Lunar is drinking some more Pepsi. Not today, I'm actually drinking cherry Coca-Cola. So, usually Pepsi, but drinking a different pop today. But yeah, just been working a bit of overtime too. I probably should just try to get more sleep. But I'll probably do this. This is going to be a long story. It says it's got like close to 50-minute read time, and how many more do I think I'll do? Maybe 6 more after this? And, I mean, 6 more parts. Might take several parts to do this story. Just take a quick look where I was in the story. I guess I should at least read to this whole string of asterisks. Make it easier for me to come back to it. Oh right, I was talking webcomics. Right, nuclear power web. Right, I ought to put that in the description and the comment. But also, Bob and George is a Mega Man webcomic, and there's Least I Could Do, and Looking for Group. But, yeah, there's a joke made in Looking for Group where one of the characters is like, hey, you all saw that. That orphanage attacked me first. Or, in 8-Bit Theater, one of the characters, it's like, and it sets up for a joke, it's like, in a courtroom, it's like, you are brought before the court because you stabbed this person 47 times in the back. And it's like, in my defense, Your Honor, it would have been 63, but the knife broke off in his spine. But let's finish this segment of this. I'm just saying we're arguing semantics at this point. I mean, it's like, oh, we would have not sentenced you to death, but you shot the corpse additional times after you shot it the initial time. I mean, if you're angry enough to shoot the person the one time, do you think the person just suddenly not angry anymore? Usually if a person were to just shoot the person one time, it just denotes, okay, they either couldn't afford more bullets, or they just weren't angry and they were being efficient. You shoot the body multiple times, it's like, yeah, the person was fucking pissed. You know, adrenaline just doesn't just turn off. You know, okay, I'm angry, oh no. That's not how adrenaline works. You know, you don't just stop being angry instantly. You do realize we're talking psychological shit when it's actually a psychiatrist being, but it's like, it's dude's pissed. Like, I mean, honestly, if you shot the person once, I didn't know it's more so you were like calm, and you were like just doing it because it was something for you to have to do, like a job or something. But this, the person was pissed. You made sure your victim's skull was obliterated. Think on that word carefully during the last week of your life. I'm pretty sure that just like, oh, what's it mean if the person obliterated their victim's skull? Like, it's like, one, that person was angry. They were really angry. That's all that tells me, is the person was really angry. Or they thought maybe they'd be a zombie. I mean, I guess I could see that. If you were worried the body was going to come back to life for some reason, well then maybe you should just keep shooting it more and then maybe remove the limbs and then light it on fire. That way it doesn't come back to life. But that may be seen as excessive or slightly paranoid. You know. I'm still recommending the greatest visual novel ever written, Raging Loop. I only ever played one part because I want you guys to play that yourself. It's fairly cheap on Steam, and if it's not on wishlist, put it on your wishlist. And if it's not on sale, wait for it to be on sale. It'll usually go on sale. I also recommend stories like AI Somnium Files, or Deathmark, or Song of Memories. I strongly recommend Song of Memories. It's as close to being a hentai without being a hentai, but it's got a really good story. People that like it might like the Data Live series as well. Though there were a few parts of that story I found a little questionable, but still, interesting story. Though I don't know if it's on Steam. What else? AI Somnium Files? Did I already say that one? Maybe? I don't know. I sentence you to be hanged on November 18th, 1885. He paused to let his words sink in. Court is adjourned. As I was led away in chains, I took no note of who was there, but who wasn't. And the next section will be Day 1, Wednesday, November 11th, 1885. Okay, so we're going a week in the past for what goes on. Yeah, so it's... Nope, wait. Okay, he's sentenced to be hanged on November 18th. And right now, so we just had the court date, so we're not going in the past, so we're just going to his prison cell to wait for the... Okay. We'll continue this. And who wrote this story, by the way? The story was written by... There are multiple names here, and I have no idea. Okay, I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom of this entirely long story, trying not to spoil anything for myself, because these are blind readings. Okay, I had to wait for my phone to catch up. I've scrolled so much it's just a black screen. And now we're in advertisements. Okay, let's scroll up then. Scroll up slowly. Why is there an advertisement's assault here? 4 out of 15 on this mascot quiz means you legally have a photographic. Oh, there's more. I'll write that down. There's a suggestion for a creepypasta story called Don't Scream. But I want to finish this story first. So we'll just write the name of that. We'll actually type that one in after we finish this story. Why did you write it that way? I wrote the A as a U and the M as an N. It's not how writing works, Lunar. Right, we need to know who the... Maybe we should write the name of this one, so we don't... What's the name of the story again? Eternal Stranger, I think? Great, I'm an asshole who can't remember things. Okay, there's so many advertisements. There are so many advertisements! Okay, here's comments by people that I'm trying not to read. Tenet. It's written by Tenet. There are words above it. I'm trying not to read those. But it is called The Eternal Stranger, right? Scroll. Scroll. Scrolling more. Yep, The Eternal Stranger. Let's write that down.